and I can no longer direct message Danica Patrick on Instagram. Just wanted to make sure my garage door was closed there. So you might wonder, what does that matter? Well, it means at least I've been noticed by that system. I can no longer tweet to Elon Musk. I've got a message for the millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, the artificial intelligence that is being used by the Almighty, true living Creator, and Satan, and the representative families of good and evil. How do we fit into that? How do I fit into that? I actually play a significant part as a lifelong learner, just wanting to know the truth about everything. So what I'm going to do then is expose the truth about everything that I've found out about. Now, it's a little bit hazy out right now, like it's foggy, and I'm about 4 miles from the ocean, as you'll see. And I'm going to take us in there. It's going to be pretty calm, I would think. In this digital stage, the worldwide stage, we've all got a presence, and we're known by the system of control. So if you want to send a message to any of the world leaders, any of the public figures, you could put if you want, you could put my phone number there in a comment. You could put Robert Forsch or hashtag Robert Forsch or Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. It'll populate a reservoir of truth, or at least I would say thought-provoking content to help people consider what's really going on. And it's challenging because there's a lot of censorship. And along with that censorship, there's a lot of deception, a lot of corruption, collusion, all of that. So what I want to do is help people make an informed choice on their eternity. So the question that I ask, where will you spend forever and why? Who determines that? Well, I believe the Most High does, the Almighty. It's not popular, and the truth isn't based on popular opinion. It's not popular, nor is it an opinion. It's simply the reality. A lot of people, most people, I'm convinced, are under a strong delusion. They don't know where they live or when they live. I believe we're living in not only the last days, I believe we're living at a time frame after the the rapture, after the tribulation, and after the millennial reign of Christ. When I first heard about preterism, I thought, that can't happen. That couldn't be possible because we don't have a historical record of it. How naive of me. However, I was not born again at the time, and I didn't have the critical thinking capacity and the divine intervention that I now have to be able to evaluate information, even though it may sound odd or awkward or not be what I would necessarily want to hear about whatever topic it is. I just want to know the truth, because I believe that's the intellectual high ground for critical analysis. Looking at what's really going on. Why would some of the most world-recognized architects of artificial intelligence follow me? Because I play an important part of all this. I'm helping people consider the truth. So Elon Musk, with the so concerned about AI lying and being lied to and programming to deceive, as in ChatGPT, so he wants to have Truth GPT, and he boots the truth guy off the platform, now X, permanently. How about that? No warning, just booted me off. My last tweet was to him, and it was my research library. What's up with that? Yep, still spitting mucus, nanobots, and photoelectric fungus and whatever the mucus traps from what they're spraying in the air. When they catch on, this wicked system, when it catches parts of the world on fire and there's airborne particulate, what's in it? In some cases, it's a pyrotechnic type of content. Just keep that in mind. Aluminum, barium, strontium, and whatever else, graphene, oxide, whatever they're adding in there. And then what happens is when that particulate is swallowed and hits the hydrochloric acid in our digestive tract, well, then it gets assimilated, crosses the blood-brain barrier, and they activate it with electronics. I understand that sounds weird. Oh well, how about that? I've got a light that is solar, but it's got a flashing feature to turn it off. So anyway, I've got a dashboard that doesn't have a working light in it to show me speed, so I've got to use an auxiliary method to do that. Flashlight. And I can charge things with it. I can charge my phone with it. I can charge my phone with the sun through that. I'm a bit of a MacGyver, mechanically, intellectually, neurologically, biologically. We're a science experiment of sorts, a petri dish, and then we live in a big petri dish of humanity that's being corrupted, perverted, and deceived. And if that weren't enough, the Almighty will send a strong delusion to those that don't love the truth. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Isn't that special? It's going to require divine intervention to be able to sift through the challenges of this life. That's why I'm here. That's what this is about. That's why you're watching right now, perhaps. Or it may be a lurid curiosity. Is this guy for real? Absolutely. I've got a research library that backs up what I'm talking about. So the haters that are hating on flat Earth, it's not really flat. It's stationary and level. That's a fact, Jack. That's provable reality. That's whether you like it, believe it, or not. I'm not responsible for what you think, say, believe, or do. I'm simply responsible for my obedience to the Most High to do what I'm created to do. And that is to know and expose the truth. Humanly impossible to accomplish in my own self-propulsion. How about that? I believe everybody needs divine intervention to get any of this, or to get the most important what this is. So damage control for public relations for the billionaires, trillionaires, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Old Castle, Larry Fink, Jeffrey Ellison, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey. Y'all are looking terrible by not just giving people cars and resources to rebuild wherever you want. Oprah, you've got enough land to go ahead and give away a bunch of it. Jeffrey Ellison, you've got a freaking island. You own almost the whole thing. And I'm not saying to shove it down their throat. You could give them millions of dollars. Keep in mind, a billion is 1,000 million. Bastards. They're very likely fallen ones, demonic entities, dressed up all nice. You can put a red dress, red lipstick on it, and a Grammy or an Oscar in their hand, and they're actors. And I'm talking influencers and eye candy for men and women, the gender dysphoria. Oh well, it's how I found it. It's like a freaking Twilight Zone episode. So what's the truth about all this? It's really messed up. And at any moment right now, it could be curtains. Lights over, show's over, new heaven, new earth, no sin anymore for God's children, the Almighty. We're going to be living in the new heaven and new earth, and Satan and his family gets to spend an eternity in hell. It's where they need to go. That's where they are going to go, and that's where they're going to be for eternity. Poor bastards. What a way to go. I would like to see all that change. I would like to see everybody get to go to heaven, and this be just a terrible simulation, a war game simulation, and we just get to celebrate how awful it would have been if it were actually real. Well, I'm going with this is real, and I'm going to conduct myself appropriately. meaning I'm going to do the right thing as best I can. So up in the left of center, there is a cell tower, also a water tower. And that technology that's on there has the capacity to manipulate humanity through the quantum computers, and the modeling, the war game simulation modeling that is inundating humanity. Satanic mind control technology that I was heard talking about in the video I shot of the sun appearing in the clouds over Myrtle Beach with over 1 million views. How could I, this guy, who I am, be able to command or acquire 1 million views? How about 40 million views? That's out of my control. Totally out of my control. Does it matter? Oh, okay. I got one for you. This is a pretty common occurrence. Okay? We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. Well, hello. It's just water seeking its level. Pretty common occurrence because they don't fit well in the dumpster, in the trash can. They're not going to pick them up normally. It'll be there for a little while. I thought it would be a good photo op. Yeah, if we were spinning 1,000 miles an hour, shit would be flying everywhere. Scheiss, German. Oh, I've got a German heritage. Herr Klaus Schwab. The Great Reset. Looks like Dr. Evil. Bald German guys with heavy accents ruling the world. F them. Forget them. Forget them. It's going to be just a thing of the past. Their day is coming. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, you guys need to turn or burn. That's the way it's going to be. You're either going to be born of the Spirit or you're going to spend an eternity in hell. We have mind control technology that's so sophisticated that it escapes the observation of almost everybody. They don't know, and they don't know they don't know. They might think themselves just really special. Yeah, well, they are. All right, where am I going to put this? Yeah, I'll put it right here. So Leonard is temporarily in my favorite spot. The time I took to show the toilet is about the amount of time late I was to get my favorite spot. That's okay, no big deal. He'll pull out of there. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here anyway. Sun's approaching. We should have, the sun should appear here a little after 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to put this on a tripod. Take us on out there. There we've got steel reinforced concrete. It doesn't burn. It doesn't, it's not destroyed easily. They could send, for Hawaii rebuilding, they could send the technology over there, a wire panel construction, EVG panel, 3D panel construction that you spray shotcrete on top of, or gunite. Okay, it's an insulated wire truss steel panel that was used for the AT&T substations below cell towers. They can withstand 300-mile-an-hour winds, earthquakes, wildfires, hurricanes, all of that. And it takes about half the energy to climate control. Isn't that special? Why don't we build like that? They don't want it that way. They would rather us live in wafer board, sheetrock, vinyl siding, and screwed together. Screw them. I would rather wire the steel reinforced concrete panels together and blow concrete on the outside, have security cameras instead of windows, and then a veranda or a rooftop walkout that you can get all the fresh air you want in your house and be able to walk out there and enjoy the beauty of it. So what I'm going to end up doing here is cutting the lights out. Lights out. Hey, what happens when the lights go up? Oh, do you have a way to make electricity? Can you harvest it from the sun? I can. I can operate my freezers with solar energy. How about that? I can also capture water from underneath the car, atmospheric water generator that the V8 Lexus is. Anybody want to help me out with the new Truthmobile? Give me a call if you want. You could Venmo me. I'd like to have a Toyota Prius that would get about 5 times the miles per gallon. I'm getting around 10 miles per gallon with the car. It's got, I believe, blowback through an intake valve. So I believe I floated a valve. It's burning oil. It looks pretty good. I got a problem with it. Anyway, I've got friends that say, get a job, buy it yourself. I'm up about 20 hours a day doing what I do, exposing the truth about everything worldwide. Yeah, it's a full-time job. Anyway, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. Wow, my camera almost would have fallen out. I got it all tightened up now. Good morning. Good morning. So my previous work career has given me the ability to operate on a modest income. And when I bought the Toyota Prius that you can see on my channel, on my Facebook and that, I didn't know that it had an internal brake system leak that shut it down, the computer. Okay, so I don't need the beer, I don't need the alcohol, I don't need the pot, I don't have a drug habit. I'm a free man sharing a message to set others free. I'm not hacking the brain by having to get heroin or benzodiazepines or Prozac or Depakote. Drugs nearly killed me. And the reason for that is, well, that's the way it's meant to be. Satan's substitutes are toxic. Toxic to the soul, toxic to the body. How about that? Did you know? Did you know about that? A lot of people know, but they don't have the power to be able to say no to their own flesh. That's where I was with that. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I was contacted by Mackenzie Scott, a direct call. She used to be known as Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos' wife. And I guess she's the wealthiest woman in the world, or one of them. Cool. You made a pledge to give it all away, and you haven't followed back up with me. I sent you information. The AI knows that I'm talking to you directly right now, Mackenzie. Elon Musk, I reached out to you to help you change your public image from a decadent playboy porking and siring children from a variety of women. Or maybe it's not porking them. Maybe it's just genetic engineering, artificial in vitro. How many do you have? Well, I know plenty of people that you've absolutely freaking bamboozled. They believe they're going to be launched to Mars in your Starship make-believe bullshit space program. Hashtag Elon Musk, champion of hell, Halloween outfit. Was he at a castle with Heidi Klum or something like that? Klum? I forget who the celebrities were. Not impressed. What does it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Yeah, they're not going to invite me to any of their parties or going to boot me off their platforms. Forget them. F them. It's going to be but a bad, or I don't even know when we're in heaven if we're even going to be able to remember the misery of all this. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad to be a child of God that got the upgrade. This is the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier in South Carolina, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The Prince Resort's got cameras all over the place, including where my car is that are online. You can see them if you want. You can see me on the beach from a camera in a remote location. That's all by design. That's all by design. That's one of the reasons why I come here. So if the Almighty decides to have me exit the stage in a very interesting, very public manner, I mean, if somebody were to decide they want to take me out, oh well. I think I'm looking at a bald eagle right there. I had one in my live stream a few days ago. Wow. Felt something at my foot. So I'm earthing, grounding, electrically grounded to the earth, reduces inflammation, improves cognitive function. When I got up, it was a little bit before 3 o'clock this morning to come on out here. Wow, there's a feather falling out of the air right there. I've seen that happen before. But it wasn't big enough to be the white tail feather of the eagle. Wow, there's a star in the sky right there. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. There it is. Come on, baby. Okay. So, some of the evidence here, we've got on the horizon there, on the edge, 2 miles away, there's a pier. We've got moisture in the air. That moisture can be run into an engine. This water that's all around me could clean and power the world with water. We've got technology that Stanley Meyer discovered and developed that can run internal combustion engines on water. You can shatter the bond between oxygen and water, feed it through a fuel cell, power your house with water. The technology exists. I'm exposing it. We don't have too many people using too much stuff. We've got too many asshole bastards that are foisting their genocide program, culling the human herd with technological poisoning and manipulating, and I'm exposing them. I'm pretty upset about it. I've got family members that are affected. We're all affected by it. How's my family? Well, my actual real spiritual family, all those who have or will be born again for all of human history. So, that being said, we're being killed off, poisoned, martyred, imprisoned, tortured. So, is any of that going to happen to me? Well, some of it is already. The emotional torture of seeing a worldwide population that is absolutely bamboozled and they don't know it. By irony and paradox, we don't know what we don't know. Proud people don't want to hear it. So sorry for them. It's going to require divine intervention to take a look around and realize if you've been deceived or not. Most people have been. So the library I've compiled is thousands of videos across multiple platforms, and you can see it by typing in my name and or phone number. You could go ahead and tweet my name and phone number or playlist to Elon Musk if you want. If you care to. You could look at the Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars document. I've been trying to get family members to listen to that for over 7 years. I've got it in a YouTube video that I uploaded about 5 years ago or so. Previously, it was a Facebook video. It's a document exposing what's going on now. I'm exposing the truth about everything. You'll see the liars, the deceivers, and the truth tellers in my library. I'm breaking it down. I'm giving you a key to it. Let me show you something. This key has a chip in it. If the chip isn't coded to the car, it won't work. Won't work the ignition. I'm giving you a key to this freak show of a world, this realm that we live in. Do you want to know how it works? You think you know how it works? Maybe you do. Maybe you jolly well do. That'd be just great. So if you think I've got something wrong, you could give me a call, put it in a comment, send me a link. How many YouTubers do you know that are doing that? I don't know of another one. It doesn't mean that what it means is the Almighty directed me to do things in a certain way. Part of that way is to use other people's created content to tell the story that cannot come out of my mouth on a video on YouTube. It will get shut down. Hey, thanks. Good to see you there. So the overwhelming amount of comments and messages I get, it's mind-numbing. That's one of the reasons. I've got over 400,000 messages, notifications that are now emails. There they go. Let's show you on the sand. Oh, I would have to drop it down further. This is a sea level liquid mirror. People reflect off of it. They reflect off of their lives, past, present, future. Hi, Linda. All of that. A little bit. That's because the beach is slanted about 2 degrees, 2 to 3 degrees. When they calibrate sophisticated robotics machines, they level them out. They'll use a machinist level, make it perfectly level. You can't have a level on a spinning water ball, gyrating, hurling, upside, sideways, upside down, sideways people. I'm sure if you're watching this video with me in it right now, like, you probably are aware of all that. However, there's a lot of people that don't have a clue. They love the look of their globe. They love their globe. They love the fact that we're a godless cosmic big bang, so they can do what they want with who they want. Well, Judgment Day is coming. That's what I tell you. Where are you going to be forever and why? So, you may think yourself really smart. You may have a lot of money and a lot of letters around your name. You know what? That don't mean shit. What that means is you're deceived if you're believing a lie. Some of this talk is for Billy Bob, or trying to break through to the geniuses out there that think themselves so freaking smart. Yeah, they went to college, got themselves a degree, got themselves some eye candy that other people can lust over. Big deal. Sometimes the stuff enslaves us. Some people own the stuff, and then for other people, the stuff owns them. They're enslaved to their own appetite for significance. There's a big fish right here. Let's see if I can show you. We've got a Brody is a shark that is about a 6-foot. Not aggressive to people, but he's around here sometimes. A little black tip shark. So I can see the sun right now, barely. Gonna pop through right there. There it is. I've got it zoomed in real tight with the P1000 and P900 cameras. My local sun work has been viewed millions of times. It's not 93 million miles away. I've got it with clouds behind the sun. How does that work? Excellent. To expose the lies. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just walk up here and try and keep it in the view and set it down. And we'll give a little bit of a mirror to it. All right, baby, there we are. How about that? You could hashtag local sun. You'll see it. The other thing you could hashtag is stationary level Earth. You could hashtag Robert Forsch to give me a call if you want. I love my own comments. I put the heart there. I love what I do. I love exposing the truth and the deceivers, exposing the deeds of darkness. That's what I'm about. I want people to make an informed choice on their eternity, your eternity. Where are you going to spend forever and why? The Almighty determines it. He's large and in charge. He predestined His children to spend an eternity with Him, to be born of His Spirit. That happened to me in 2014, Reformation Day, out of irony, which is also Halloween or Samhain. There's a lot of Satanists that would absolutely love to torture and kill me. Can't touch me, unless God allows it. So I'll just run with this. There's demonic possession recorded of in the Bible, and I believe we can see it all around us. People being manipulated, people being deceived. Yep, I can see the clouds behind the sun right now. I don't know that you can see that through this lens. I've got plenty of it on my channel if you want to see more of it. It's just with this I can go live. Do you know how to go live on a platform? You could go live on Facebook. I think you need to have 1,000 subscribers to go live on YouTube. I couldn't do that a couple weeks ago because I may have violated a community standards. Are you kidding me? I may have? So you took away that privilege? How about that? The you meaning the AI. If you're actually so benevolent, let's fix this messed up world. Hold the evil bastards accountable, lock them up, throw away the key, put them on trial, and let's see some benevolent activity. Go ahead and engorge my Venmo account with enough money to buy a new Toyota Prius I can plug in and run on water, if you want. That'd be cool. Or the Almighty could do that too. I've had family dinners with millionaires worth hundreds of millions of dollars sitting around the table. I'm convinced they wouldn't like my theological perspective in what I'm doing, because they've been programmed to believe that this information is not true or not relevant. Oh well. I don't pester them. I used to work with them, used to work for them. One of the multi-hundred millionaires that I've known, he was worth hundreds of million, almost $500 million, was smoking Lucky Strikes and slamming Johnny Walker Red and Black and living in a country club. Oh well. Was he actually born again before he died? I don't know. I don't know. It's not my call. This was all part of my education to give me pause and to help me ask questions. These people spreading Jesus all over what they do and giving away millions of dollars, were they actually even born of the Spirit? I don't know. That's not my call. What I believe really doesn't affect where they spend for eternity. I'm not responsible for what other people think, say, believe, or do. What I am responsible for is the obedience to accomplish, by the grace and power of God, what He created me to do. So rather than handing a to-do list to the Almighty, I simply want to know why He sustained me through multiple near-death experiences. And I'm here to tell you that walking with Him, empowered by Him and rewarded for doing His will in His grace, in His power, is very satisfying. And I love exposing the deeds of darkness. You can check out Ephesians. It takes less than 20 minutes to listen to it. Paul's letter to the Ephesians. How about the New Testament? Something to consider. Less than a day to listen to. I've done it thousands of times because I can listen to it when I'm awake or asleep. I meditate on Scripture day and night. Why? Because He empowers me and directs me through it. And I get to send a special message to the NSA, CIA, FBI, the World Quantum Computer running this, a lot of simulations, and the base reality I'm in right now, doing this broadcast. Unless you could reach out and touch me here, you can't see me. What you're seeing is a digital capture, transmission, and reassembly through your device or through a camera. However, I'll assure you I am a real guy sharing a message to really set others free. I don't have a Messiah complex. We have a Messiah for those of us that are born of the Spirit. Jesus Christ, also known as the living water, the great I am, the Alpha and Omega, knowing the end from the beginning. He's the Creator that took up human flesh, dwelt among us. And then He takes up residence in His children, my brothers and sisters all over the world, at some point in this experience. People are dying every day. Could be my day to be sent home. That would be freaking awesome. I'd be doing just what I want to do, exposing the truth about everything. Because there's this me right now and the digital avatar of me that's worldwide, millions of views. You can see it if you care to at the Flat Earth International Conference series. They're mocking the truth. They're mocking me. In fact, look at what happened to Jesus Christ. He exposed the truth. He exposed the liars, the deceivers, murderers, and they killed Him for it. And then, just to prove that he is who He says He is, He rose from the dead. How awesome. How awesome is that? Try and change my mind. I'm not going to do it. So the haters watch sometimes. Good morning, Jill. What a tremendous opportunity to do this. Now I'm going to show you something that's going to look a little bit weird. Imagine if we were really on a spinning globe with upside down people and stuff. Does that make any sense at all? Show you my big hobbit feet. How about sideways? No, none of that's happening. Not spinning, wobbling, gyrating. None of that. Creaky Blinder I did a video over here where a crane was putting an air conditioning unit on the cafe there. I said if we were spinning 1,000 miles an hour, shit would be flying everywhere. Absolutely true. Shit out of porta potties, out of toilets, out of bidets. Water would be flying all over the place. Couldn't even leave the mess on my countertop and come home and see it in the same place if we weren't stationary and level. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're all born again. Well, perhaps. If it doesn't matter and you make the proclamation that none of this matters, I would question whether or not you really love the truth. That's what I get from some people, even very close to me. None of that stuff matters. I'm all born again. Yeah, maybe you are. I don't think so. That's really unpopular for me to question somebody else's salvation. However, they may be saved, just not born again yet. And some people say it's the same thing. In fact, this person I'm talking about is my wife. Yeah, we're rather distant. So the reason why I mention it, I'm the guy that says I thought I was born again until I actually was. So it doesn't matter how much stuff you get, how popular you are, how many likes you get, how many subs, bestseller list, none of that matters. Are you exposing the truth or are you perpetuating the lies? Are you helping or hurting humanity? Elon, the technological enslavement with Starlink, mind control, quantum computers, and you believe that German theologians are depressing? Well, I got some news for you. You're going to find out how freaking wrong you are soon, from what I understand. How about that? The champion of the world, Elon Musk. How about that? I've reached out to him so many times. So many times. Sent him a shirt with me photoshopped in it, my YouTube channel. I overnighted a FedEx package with me actually photoshopped in the Roadster, the official photo on the document tube that's 4 feet tall, just so it would be noticed. It's on the outside of the tube. You can see it on my channel if you want. I would rather see him born again. Same thing with Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey. I'd love to see them all born of the Spirit and break ranks. I've tweeted to all of those people. What did I tweet to them? My research library. Why would I do that? Because I could. So I reached out to them with the truth. And that pre-placed playlist research library I add to every day. The Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars document that I've been exposing for the better part of a decade, I update regularly with hyperlinks in the comment thread to bypass some of the censorship. And then the system obviously knows I'm doing that. I'm just letting you know I'm doing that so that you can go there and see what I've added to it. TikTok videos that I can't add in a thumbnail in my playlist, I can just copy and paste it there. So this weather all around us is modified. It's manipulated with electronics, and the particulate that's been put in the atmosphere also is activated with the sun will have an interaction with it. The power grid, all of that. Oh, cool. So the wind is coming out of the west right now at about 12 miles an hour, or 10 miles an hour maybe. Modified weather. So when we get the floods and the wildfires and all of that, I've got documentation of it all over my research library across multiple platforms. Hey, good morning. Good to see y'all. That's Luke and Aaron. They've got the Adaptive Surf Group helping people with mobility and impairments to surf out here. Good friends, known them for years. So the good news is that the Almighty does for us what we could never do for ourselves. And I'm sure the wind is blowing the mic quite a bit. That's okay. I'll just set it up here, and I'm going to just take a breath. I'm going to walk into that light beam for a bit, get a little sun on me. Body in motion likes to stay in motion. Use it or lose it. Some of those euphemisms or references are really true. So, I'll share music in my playlist to activate the heart and the mind. Truth, thought-provoking truth for you to consider. Where will you spend forever and why? Here they come. I'm gonna drop it down low so you see them in the reflection. That's how it works. That's right. Here she comes. How cool is that? So now I'm feeling the sun bounce off of the sand too. So it is very much a solar impact on me. What it does is it adds energy to the electrical system coming directly through the eyes, into the brain, on the body. Healthy sea salt in my diet is important. I bathe in it. I'm going to talk about my detoxification protocol, which is bathing in, actually reducing toxins every way possible. And then when I bathe in my reverse osmosis carbon filtered drinking water, I've got 2 RO systems, one in the bathroom, one in my laundry area. So I heat up about 1/3 of the water on the stove, The other 2/3 gets filled up from the system in the bathroom. I heat it up in stainless steel stock pots. It's about a 30-gallon bath or so. And I put a tablespoon of each of the following: boron, which is borax; magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salt; baking soda. And then I like to put in a full spectrum vintage sea salt, one from an ancient salt flat or Mediterranean sea salt. Celtic salt is also very good. Himalayan salt is good. Some have more nutrients than others. You can research it. You can see Barbara O'Neill talk about it, hear what she has to say about it on my channel, in my library. And then I add 7 drops of each of the 2-part chlorine dioxide liquid, because I like doing that. You can get it at the camping section for water purification. And then I put some in the water I drink, because I like that too. I've got to watch how I word any of this so it's not viewed as medical misinformation. Yes, and then I like to add a tablespoon of lemon juice and apple cider vinegar. I added some nice portobello mushrooms to my smoothie today, along with cauliflower, spinach, kale, broccoli, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, sea salt, mixed berries, bananas, avocados, cauliflower, and anything else I want to throw in there. How about that? And then I puree it. I want the liquid, I want the fiber, I want it to clean out the plumbing. No matter how healthy what I put in my mouth, if I don't get the proper fiber to clean out the plumbing, it won't assimilate it properly or effectively. I've reduced my caloric intake by about 1/3 or more. I have a window of non-calorie intake of fasting, intermittent fasting daily, of anywhere from 12 hours to more if I feel like it. That's one of the reasons I'm so freaking healthy. My balance is good. I can run, I can jog, I can surf. Could race a motocross bike, race a car, jet ski. I can do whatever I need to do, whatever the Almighty created me to do. Whoops. I hope I still have sound there. And that's the way that is. Higher is drier, lower is wetter. That stupid flat earth meme of ships going over the edge of the disk earth, that's stupid. It's not what it is. A little elevation will stop the water from going further. This is about a 3% grade at the steepest. A mountainside, I've gone up to 12% grades. Yes. It's like a laser level moving across the water. Here, let's sit that down again. The thing that I really enjoy about the people seeking the truth, especially those that are truly seeking the truth, is that they're some of the most enjoyable people to interact with. Now, there's some people that give lip service to seeking the truth, and I can tell that it's lip service because, well, they're believing some untruths, things I know that are for sure not true. So I'm going to loosen this up, and I'm going to show you my little bubble level. See that? You can level a tripod or expose the global lie. This is Robert Forsch with the truth about everything. If you think I've missed something, give me a call, send me a text. If you want to help me do what what we can together, reach on out. You can Venmo me if you want. If you're a billionaire with your public relations campaign in the shitter, start giving it away. Start giving those billions away. That's easy enough. A Tesla electric vehicle is like a little mobile mini camper. It's got climate control, and you can get water from your atmospheric water generator, which is your climate control system. And there's ways to create insulated concrete homes that would be way more energy efficient and disaster resistant. Come on, billionaires, up your game. I upped mine, up yours. All right, so there you go. Thanks for your public and private encouragement. Feel free to reach out anytime you like. Let's have an end screen. Yeah, let's do it like this. That'll be just handy.